Hey, what's up, guys? I kind of want to just come with a PSA for anyone who has children. If you love your child, know that you are supposed to be their protector. They're innocent, they can't defend themselves. It is your job to protect them as well as you can. As they get older, you can't protect them from everything in the world. But while they are little and in your care, there are certain things and people you can protect them from. I was reading this story about Malia Davis, 4-year-old from Texas, been missing 2 weeks. The stepdad or the mother's ex-fiance is now behind bars. They haven't necessarily charged him with murder, but they've charged him with tampering with a corpse and a couple of other charges, but his story is ridiculous. It just doesn't add up. There was blood found in his car. He was the last person seen with her entering their apartment, and she was never seen leaving. And there's also reports that her mother had actually broken off their engagement because she had suspicions that he was molesting her daughter. Women, men, please vet everyone that you have around your child. Don't just let everybody around your child. And if you don't love them enough to keep them out of situations where they could potentially be harmed, give them to somebody who can take care of them until you're ready to remove yourself from the situation. We are these children's defenders. And like I said, things will happen in life that we can't defend them from. But when they're at home with you, they're supposed to be safe. There is not one person on this planet that can tell you they love you but abuse your child, or any child for that matter. Just be careful, because now this mother is looking at a situation where she might have lost her 4-year-old. And people are accusing her of being complicit, because if she knew something was happening, why would she allow the child to be there? And not to mention, she left the child in his care to go to, I believe it said, her father's funeral. She left this baby in this man's care, which they had a son together as well, a younger son, but the daughter wasn't his. From what I'm reading, the daughter, this was his stepdaughter. She left that little girl with this grown man that now she's breaking off, or I don't know if she broke off the engagement before her father passed and she left, or how that happened. But seeing the timeline, seems like she might have been broke it off, but they got into it because she thought he was sending explicit pictures to another man, and she dipped out to go to the funeral and left her little girl with this man, and now her little girl hasn't been seen again. I say it to anybody with little girls. First, let me say, please be careful who you have around these children. Parents of little boys, be careful who you have around your children. There are some sick people in the world. Don't expose them at home to that type of environment. And like I said, if you're in a situation with someone that is abusive and you have children, don't let your children see that. Don't let your children be abused by that. And if you don't love yourself enough to get out of it, at least try your best to get your children out of it. It breaks my heart reading that story. I didn't even want to read it. Like I said, being a mother, stuff like that makes me sick and it breaks my heart. So I didn't even want to read the story. But I did just want to come and say, protect these babies. Watch who you have around these babies. And if you don't care enough to watch who you have around them, give them to somebody that will until you're ready to do so. If you're not ready to protect them as much as you can, give them to somebody who will, so that they have a chance to grow up and live a life, and that you have a chance to one day get to know them. Because now she'll never get to know her little girl at 4 years old. And things happen in life. We lose innocent babies. But let's not lose them in ways that can be prevented. Let's not lose them in our own home because we have the wrong people around them. And if you have an inkling that something is wrong, it never hurts to make sure, take signs from your children. If you think something is going on, please, please be their protector.